Hello and welcome everybody to the Ryco Performance Friday Night Top Split here live from virtual Kansas Speedway. I'm Sheldon Atkins, joined in the booth with Tyler Milligan and our wonderful producer, Austin Derbyshire. Tyler, how's it going tonight, man? First time having you in here. Excited to see what you can do. I think that we found the perfect track to break somebody in at, as exciting as this place is. How you feeling?
Oh, dude, Kansas is a blast. I love driving this track. It's kind of great. Feels pretty good in this car for some tracks that I've definitely driven in it. What do you think?
Dude, it's awesome, man. Variable banking. You got so many different lanes you can work with. We're going to see guys go all the way down to the apron, all the way up against the fence, running about, half inch off the fence once we get into the long runs. I think, personally, this is the best track that NASCAR has gotten their hands on in the past, 20 or so years. And I'm so excited to see what we get tonight.
Me too. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the racing that we're going to see from these guys.
And also would like to say sorry for any kerfuffles that may occur during the broadcast tonight. My first night on lead, Austin Edstrom decided that he wanted to be sick today, so kind of learning on the fly first time, so I'm excited. But either way, our starting grid tonight, we got Patrick Gitter on the pole with Richard Garcia to his outside. Third place is going to be Sean. I'm sorry. Hang on. I got the wrong thing pulled up here. Third place is going to be Nicholas Roman with James Houghton in fourth. Fifth is going to be the Conky Donkey Sean Conklin himself with Aaron Vasquez in sixth. Seventh is going to be Paul Bergoli, followed by J.R. Barbarema in eighth. Ninth place is going to be Joe Zahinsky with Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. rounding out your top 10. 11th place is going to be Clayton Hoffman with Jacob Schneider in 12th. 13th is going to be Matt DiCiani with Trevor Baxter in 14th. 15th going to be Joseph Gulata with Paul Hill on his outside in 16th. 17th place is going to be Channing Ballou with James Holzer in 18th. 19th is going to be Alex Murray, and Matt O'Cox is going to round your top 20. 21st going to be Jose Acosta with Daniel Nani in 22nd. 23rd is going to be GT Hawkins with Tommy Gossett in 24th. 25th place going to be Cody Richardson with Diego Morez in 26th, followed by 27th place being Joseph Pisciata with Maggie McGuire in 28th. 29th place is going to be Jose Izquierdo with Nicholas Padovich rounding out your top 30. 31st is going to be Alan Pajari with Julian Pasteur in 32nd. 33rd is going to be Vincent Crow, followed by Stan Hammonds and Chris Davis rounding out your 35 car field. Man, that was a lot of breath there, guys. Almost fainted twice. Either way, 35 guys in here tonight. I'm excited to see who's going to bring this thing home. Right now, I got to go, though. The guy that I got to go with tonight, I really feel like Houghton. He's been moving forward the past handful of weeks. Really been getting good spots, good finishes. I think that 41 machine, I think you're going to see him up at the front by the end of this thing. Tyler, who you got?
I think I'm going to have to go with, what did I say his name was? I got to find my notes. I apologize. Yeah, Nicholas Roma. I have to go with Nicholas Roma, and I check my notes there.
Nicholas Roma, man, that is an excellent pick. So fast every week, so dominant. One of the few guys that can really get up there and put it with mains, but our producer, I mean, another great pick, Sean Conklin. We've seen the damage that he can do week in and week out. I would not be surprised if we saw the 54 machine in victory lane at the end of this thing.
I wouldn't be surprised either, I don't think.
It appears we're having a little bit of technical difficulty, but good news. Lights are out on the pace car. One pace lap here. Working their way through 3 and 4. Getting ready to go green here in a second. Patrick Gitter, Richard Garcia, and everything is messing up on me right now. Sorry about this, guys. But either way, here we come to the green flag. Get this thing started. Flag is in the air. Decent start for Richard Garcia on the inside line. Patrick Gitter up top, though, holding steady with him. Outside line forming up. Good push from the 41 machine of Houghton as they come to turn 1. All side by side. Clean so far. Patrick Gitter with a really good advantage, working that top line through 1 and 2. Gets the pull to the outside and get a little bit of a advantage over Richard Garcia. Garcia gets a little loose on the bottom, and now Gitter's going to be up to the front, but here comes Houghton up top. They're trying to contend for the lead. Side by side still as they work their way into turn number 1. Patrick Gitter on the bottom. Houghton now taking that line around the top, getting the lead from the 21 machine. Looks like a Congo line up here at the front. But here comes the 54 of Sean Conklin down to the inside of Patrick Gitter into turn number 3. Don't get the spot. Gitter losing spots here.
Might be losing a little momentum at the top lane there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Top line dominant. Track, at least it used to be for the longest time since the dynamic track updates throughout the past handful of years. The bottom is a little more potent. Much better line to run on the long runs, especially for tire saving. But that outside line, man, it's lightning fast if you want to get somewhere quick.
Only one person left out there now. Well, hung out to dry.
And that is looks like the 10 machine of J.R. Barbarema up there working the top. Trying to get himself up there to the front. Now, we saw this Monday night in the in the A Open, a lot of guys go up to the top and really charge those tires. It came back and bit them really hard. It's going to be interesting to see what JR is able to do running the outside line. But right now, another battle shaking up for the lead. Sean Conklin to the outside of Houghton going into turn number 3.
Hear it all the time, and everyone in the first lap. You gotta, there's still 130 left to go. You gotta manage everything.
Oh, absolutely. And here comes Conklin to the lead, taking it from Houghton, coming into turn number 1. If there's somebody that knows how to manage things, man, it's Sean Conklin. Dude is a
He's definitely taking his advantage, huh?
But here comes Houghton back around the top. Everybody fighting for this
get away.
There. Everything's single filing out now at the front. Everybody kind of trying to fall in line, find a rhythm, save a little bit of tire to get to the end of this thing. Sean Conklin, or James Houghton is your race leader right now, followed by Sean Conklin. 3rd place, Patrick Gitter. And 4th place is J.R. Barbarema with Aaron Vasquez rounding out your top 5 here.
Not a whole... still sticking to that outside run.
Not a whole lot of...
For him.
Looking good so far. The first real big charger on the outside line right now is the 98 machine of Joseph Gulata. As he's going to get the... Yeah, he's going to get the 2-for-1 special right now, pulling on Nicholas Roman. Went from 7th to 6th.
Using that momentum to his advantage.
Gulata was really good Monday night, so I think that he can really get up here. He was one of the few that went to the top and didn't sink like a stone, like a lot of guys do here. So I think he's got something figured out in that setup.
Yeah, he's liking how it's driving. You see how he's pushing it to the corners.
Yeah, he's looking really good right now. Conklin all over the rear bumper of the 41 machine of Houghton, though, right now for the race lead.
Barely any gap between them at all.
No, and this is a Conklin I'm not used to seeing, man. Always so aggressive, charging to the front, getting, trying to get himself in a position to win as early as he can. Kind of riding right now.
Looking at the inside there.
Yeah, as soon as the words come out of my mouth, he wants to prove me wrong.
He heard you talking. Yeah, he's eyeing that inside line. He's looking for it.
Yeah, he's just sizing up his teammate Houghton right now in the 41 machine. Trying to work him into overcooking those right fronts and right rears a little bit.
Breathing down his neck a little bit, trying to push him, make a little mistake.
Right now, side-by-side battle for the 9th place, though. Richard Garcia to the inside of the 12 machine of Paul Bergoli. Second time in the last few months that we've seen Paul Bergoli. Good to see his return. He's got a rear view mirror, and now he's 3 wide.
Uh-oh.
It's Clayton Hoffman. But we got a battle.
Nowhere.
We got a battle for the, looks like the lead right now. Patrick Gitter down to the inside of the 41 machine of Houghton. Coming out of turn number 2. Going to try and pull the side draft down the back straightaway. Not going to be able to pull him back to him much, though. But he's going to try and dive it down here to the bottom.
Side by side with him.
Gitter down to the bottom in turn number 3. Still side by side coming out of 4. Houghton going to get the advantage down the front straightaway. And here comes the 10 machine of J.R. Barbarema ducking down to the inside of Conklin and for a 3rd place. They are still neck and neck coming into turn number 1 for the lead.
He's not going to let him have it easy, though.
No, man.
Yeah, he is staying right outside.
Look, one thing about Houghton, I've seen that guy race for a long time. He is very aggressive, and it's been ebbs and flows for him. He's made a lot of mistakes being the aggressive driver he is. But here in the past handful of months, the later half of this season, he's really done a good job at shaping it up, and knowing when to go, when to take 10% off the top and keep it in one piece. He's been great here the past couple of weeks.
Both him and his teammate took it to their advantage. They were running 1-2 for the first 5-10 laps of the race.
Yep, but here comes J.R. Barbarema now out of nowhere from up to the lead here in the 10 machine.
Oh my, where did he come from?
Oh, I didn't
even see that coming at all.
As of the last lap, you scored P3, but now you're starting to see, these guys running side by side here, battling it out. It really puts you at a disadvantage. The 10 machine went all the way up against the fence and made an extra lane and got himself up there to that position.
It's like my guy isn't up there yet. We'll see how this thing shapes up.
Well, good news with Roman, man. You picked You picked one of the most methodical drivers in the field. You don't see him up front the first third of the race some weeks. But when it gets to pay window time, he's up there and he's cooking. But here comes Houghton up to the outside of the 10.
Oh my. He is up at that wall, isn't he?
Yeah, Houghton wants to lead this thing.
Right around him.
And he's got it.
He's using that aggression to his advantage. Let's see how it plays out for his tires, though.
Yeah, he's charging right now, but that 10 machine not wanting to give up just yet. That's just the thing I love about this track, man. Everywhere you look, there's cars racing side by side. It's not like some of the other tracks we go where they just get locked into one lane. A little bit of contact with the wall there, though, for Pasteur and the 29 machine coming out of turn number 2. He's side by side right now with, looks like Richard Garcia in the 57 machine.
Houghton still hanging on to his lead there.
That is the battle for 8th position right now.
Ah, yes.
Garcia doing a pretty good job holding the momentum on the bottom. Going to let the 29 machine go by him for the time being, though. Garcia just saving his stuff there on the bottom. Smart move.
Looks like it's kind of filtered out a little bit. Everybody's tended.
Right now we got Conklin with Clayton Hoffman up to his outside. Battling for the 5th position. Hoffman's going to take the spot, though, move forward, move Hoffman up into 5th. Been a quiet couple weeks. Another battle shaping up, though. Barbarema up there on the top, trying to get that momentum to try and get back by Houghton for the lead. These two just
cannot. On the inside now.
Yep, charge it down to the bottom. Oh, a little bit of shot.
Right on his bumper.
Barbarema's going to give him a shove down into turn number 1. Houghton's going to go up there to the outside line, though.
Push it back through. It is not.
No, man. Houghton got up there on that outside line and just fired it off.
And they're fighting hard for first already, 18 laps in.
That's the way she goes some weeks. And Gulata has worked himself up to the 3rd position from a little bit deeper in the pack.
Oh, he's coming for it again. He's got the inside. This might be 3 wide.
Oh. Nearly 3 wide.
Almost.
Gulata thought better of it, though. Rolled out of it. Didn't want to get in that position. Knew that if he stayed there, he was going to be hurting himself on the straightaway.
Barber got himself back in first, though. You call that 2.5 wide.
Something like that. He was thinking about it. He was sniffing it.
He's getting in there. He's putting his nose in.
Here comes Gulata, though, around Houghton on the outside. Now moving up to 2nd place. All eyes on the lead now for that 98 machine.
The lucky number 7 made his way up to the front. Everybody's moved to the high line, too.
We got Hoffman up here in P4 right now, too. He's got a rear view completely full of the 21 machine of Patrick Gitter. Gitter getting him a shot down into turn number 3. Now diving it down to the bottom. Not going to be able to connect the pass, though. Highline momentum just showing dominance once more.
Everybody's, riding up that next to that wall. Using that momentum to push himself around the outside of the track.
Which is the absolute
almost touching the wall there.
Which is the absolute opposite of what we saw Monday night, where everybody was, sticking it down to the paint and letting her ride for the first 3/4 of the race. .22 laps on the board now, though. Barbarema leading, Gulata in 2nd with Houghton in 3rd. Hoffman in 4th position with Patrick Gitter in 5th. But with 22 laps on the board, we're going to send it to commercial real quick. And apologies in advance, this might be a little extended. We got to fix a couple of technical bugs. See you on the other side. All right, guys. Welcome back to the Ryco Performance Friday Night Top Split. Sorry about the little hiccup there, but looks like we got everything back up and running. Unfortunately, though, we had a multi-car incident there a couple laps ago, which got us put under caution. Don't know if we have a replay, but yeah, strategy's kind of changing a little bit. Gulata is now your race leader with Patrick Gitter in second, Sean Conklin third, James Houghton, and Aaron Vasquez running out your top 5 here.
Wonder what happened to that wreck there.
It looked like one of those deals where just a handful of guys kind of all fighting over the same real estate. It was up against the wall. A little bit of a bumper thrown the wrong way, and around they all went. And unfortunately, when you're packed together the way you are here, it gets pretty big pretty fast.
Those good old-fashioned racing incidents, they say.
Yeah, which nobody ever wants to say that on here anymore. They want to, grab their pitchforks, but sometimes sometimes it happens.
I've been in my fair share of accidents that I definitely can only blame on myself.
I mean, I myself was an accident, so I can relate.
No comment there.
Anyway, I'm impressed, man. The pace out of Gulata this week has been something kind of mesmerizing. I haven't talked about him a whole lot this season, but this week he's just fired off quick. Monday night he was really fast. Here we are, NIS just about a week later at this point. Everybody's been practicing racing, changing their setups, adjusting. Everybody's at the peak of what they can be here at Kansas this week, and that 98 machine is just still bad fast, running up there at the front, passing, big name guys. And a beautiful looking paint scheme at that too. Love that candy apple red.
Has a nice shine against the sun there.
I'm so glad that iRacing decided with the last update to take the metallic layers, and instead of the cars just being dark, no matter what, they actually made it so they got a little brightness to them with the metallic flake. So
A little bit of ambient lighting on the side. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it was always a pet peeve of mine, the way the metallics used to be, but that's just my ADD trailing off right now.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you. I liked when they put it in because I appreciated it not being that just like the flat paints that they used to be, and it's just like that little bit of dynamic. And I definitely went overboard when it first came out. I will readily admit.
Yeah, as all of us did here. But lights out on the pace car as it gets ready to duck down pit road. Lined up side by side. Gulata on the inside with Patrick Gitter up at the top as they work their way into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is in the air. Gulata with a good launch over the 21 machine of Patrick Gitter. As they come past start.
To get a head start.
Looks good so far. Clean throughout the field. Coming into turn one side by side. A little bit of a push coming from Sean Conklin in the 54 machine. He's going back out of it just a hair. Here comes Gitter charging back on the top, though.
Filtering back into each other. All right, everybody's looking for their real estate.
Side by side at the front, only lasting a second, though. Patrick Gitter going to fall back in line behind Joseph Gulata, settling into the second place. Sean Conklin in third at the moment, right behind them. And they're 3 wide going into turn number 1 with Houghton and Kaufman putting Garcia in the middle of that sandwich.
I wonder if that is a consensual 3 wide or not.
I don't think there's such thing as consensual 3 wide.
You know, I will again have to put no comment on that.
Big slide out of the 5 machine of Vasquez.
Saved it though.
Yep, one heck of a save.
Beautiful save. Beautiful save.
He's going to be going backwards right now, causing a little bit of a log jam right now in front of Paul Hill in the 6 machine. As he's going to go back up to the top, though. Trying to build that momentum. Huge
Everybody's
charge.
liking that top lane.
Except for the guys at the front now. Everybody knows how much they're wearing their stuff out running there that last run. Your first 6 or 7 guys running the bottom, trying to save a little bit of equipment.
A little tight there. Oh my goodness. Right on his bumper.
Yeah, Roman all over the back of the 5 machine of Vasquez. They come down the back straightaway. Roman dives down to the bottom, looking at the quarter panel. Well, pull him back with a little bit of side drafts. Going to dive it down into turn number 3 now. Just going to be able to clear him.
Another bit of 3 wide as we go.
Yeah, you see, there's always one guy.
In 3 wide.
There's always one guy that does not want to be in that 3 wide situation. Right there, it was the 5.
Yeah, you could definitely tell he does not want to be in it. I'd like to get a little bit lower, please.
He's going to have Matt DeCiani pull a slide job on him coming out of turn number 2. The 5's going to push him all the way down the straightaway into the 3rd turn.
And these cars look great going around this track, I gotta say it.
Oh, man. There's
great paint jobs.
A lot of these guys putting a lot of work into what they have. A little bit more 3 wide with a little bit of contact. Blue on the inside of the 6 machine. It's going to fall back like a stone here.
As I mentioned, people on the high side, everybody goes to the low side.
And Ball Hill with a huge shot to the back of the 4 machine of Clayton Hoffman. Right around now, you know, 6th place on back. It is just an absolute hornet's nest. All these guys jockeying for position, trying to move themselves forward. And nobody wanting to settle in as 6th Hill taps the wall. No real damage, though. He's going to be all right moving through this thing. Looking off the back bumper of Hoffman. And absolutely, Tan Guy does love 3 wides, Paul. Thanks for your commentary in the chat. Such a beautiful track, man. So many opportunities, and it's just getting started right now. Oh, here we go. A little bit of
my.
contact. Houghton
Ooh, he's up
jumps
close
into
to that wall. Keeps it out. Very nice.
Houghton with a little bit of contact with Gulata on the outside battling for the lead. Gulata looked like he slid up a little bit going into turn number 3. There's going to be dead heat coming to the start-finish line, but Houghton's going to get the
keep
spot.
That momentum.
What a shot for Houghton.
Wow. That's impressive. I got to say it. That's impressive.
Man, that is the reason why he's my pick tonight. Been so good these past couple weeks, and I just feel like tonight's going to be the night he capitalizes.
Still got about 90 laps left, but you might have made that pick. That might be the right. Might be the right call.
My main concerns right now is what's Gulata saving, what does Conklin have in store for us? Because you know the Conky Donkey is going to kick hard.
Who's saving their tires, trying to push that late night or that late in run?
Everything single file right now here up at the front immediately, though. But the 5 machine going to dive down. Vasquez on the inside of Clayton Hoffman coming into 3. A late taper to the bottom. And there are 3 wide coming out turn 4. Contact.
Keeps it clean. Still 3 wide.
Just keep him in one piece.
Almost 4 wide.
And Hoffman's going to be the biggest loser here as he's stuck in the middle in the sucker hole. Going to fall back in line behind. But here we go. Bow for the lead again. Here comes Gulata down to the inside, all the way down to almost the flat of the track, trying to get by Houghton. He's going to pull a slide job. There it is.
Oh, he used everything he had in that turn to pull past him.
I'll tell you what, if Houghton had an extra mile or an hour in the tank, he would have probably not given Gulata much option to close that thing and walk away from it.
But you got to wonder, does Houghton still have the momentum to come right back around him?
I think these two right here, this is this top 3, man. These 3 cars up here, they've been so fast all week. It's just going to be crazy watching them battle this thing out from here.
Tonka's still staying up in 4th, still in the top 5.
Look who's working his way through. See Roman right there.
Saw him at 10th at the restart, I think.
Yeah, he's still, married to that aggressive tire-saving strategy that works for him every week.
Hey, if the strategies don't broke, or if the strategy ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Absolutely, especially at a place like Kansas. Because, with this place being so smooth and, easy to get around, you feel like you have all the grip in the world. And you can get away with a lot more with the car here. But the problem with it being so gripped up is with high amounts of grip comes high amounts of heat for the tires. And you can burn stuff off really fast and not even notice it until it's too late.
Absolutely. More grip, more wear. It's just how it works. You can't have more grip and not have more wear.
See Roman, though, working his way up to the top. He's ready to work past this freight train of cars on the bottom, trying to get himself up to the front. Get a little bit of track position out of it. All the way up to the 9th spot, working on 8th place of Hill in the 6th machine.
Gonna be up right next to that wall in entry.
Doing exactly
line through the corner.
Doing exactly what he needs to do to get out of that Ryco hot rod tonight. Down to the bottom now. It is fun watching Roman crawl his way through the field every week.
Just picking his way through, methodical.
Oh, here we go. Shaping up for the front here. Patrick Gitter on the 21 Team Conti machine down to the inside of Houghton. Up there painting the white line. Not going to be able to get the momentum, though. Houghton going to fight back pretty strong on the outside. Not going to be able to get a side draft either, as Gulata is going to push the 41 machine to the front.
Battle of the sides of the track. High side, low side.
And here comes Gulata crossing under.
Oh my.
With a late fade down to the bottom. Diving it down to the inside here in turn 1, all the way down to the line. Houghton sticking
that
2
down.
inches.
That's that line now.
Yeah, Houghton sticking 2 inches off of the fence. Gulata not able to clear, though. Houghton's going to get the run, get the spot back coming into turn number 3.
He's using every bit of that high line he can.
Yeah, that's what you got to do here. You want that momentum. Oh, Houghton gets tight, though. And here comes Conklin into the fray, but Gulata back down to the bottom trying to fight for the point. And he's got
Absolutely
it. Huge
no fear.
slide.
I would definitely call that a slide job.
Now, I wonder if Conklin's making that move to the front because he looked in his mirror and saw if Roman has worked his way up to 4th.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect him to seem this high so quick.
Well, as soon as you find out that the master of tire saving in the series is done saving tires, it's usually a good point to say, all right, I'm done saving them too.
It's about a little less than halfway. 40% maybe.
Still got another pit stop left in the grand scheme of things here. Another set of tires. Assuming we don't get cautions, then, well, you know, anybody's guess as far as strategy goes at that point.
So you got to think Roman thinks that there's not going to be any cautions left in this race.
Oh,
and that the amount of tire that he has now, plus 1 set, is more than enough to make it to the end. So he's going to push.
Get her. Just about wadded that thing up into the grass on the inside of the 5 machine. Sent it all the way down last second to the apron. Gonna get the spot, though. Gonna be able to cross him coming out of turn number 2. No, not quite. Not quite.
No.
Vasquez
No?
somehow found the momentum up top.
He's going for the outside. 3 wide. Oh, no.
Yeah, Gitter's trying everything he can right now to get himself back up to the front, too. Not wanting to ride around in the Ryco freight train.
He's like, I want to be a part of the freight train. Oh, he's going for it now.
Down to the inside of Roman into turn number 3. Is he going to be able to get the slide job, though? No. Roman carrying so much momentum on the top. Gitter basically wasn't even there that corner for Roman.
Completely cleared him, too.
And that's what you don't want to do. You know, you want to get down to the bottom and save tire, but you don't want to get down to the bottom and fight with the guy on the outside of a position because that kills it worse than just going up to the fence and sending it.
Might as well just sit around and wait.
Somehow we've managed a 2-car breakaway, though, with Gulata and Houghton running away from 3rd place Sean Conklin and 4th place Nicholas Roman.
He pulled almost 1.25 seconds. That's impressive.
Yeah, good looks for the 2 of them. Get her back to the inside of Roman. Not going to be able to complete the pass, though. Not even able to get a side draft out of the deal. More side-by-side action as the 29 machine at Pastor dives down to the inside of Hill in the 6 machine. Falls back in line.
Spot.
Pastor at the moment up 21 positions, but looking like he may have burned that equipment up, making that hard charge to get to the front so fast. One guy that's on the
to make it work.
Might not, but one guy that's on the move is the guy that is putting him under fire right now, that 4 machine, DeCiani. But he's side by side with Trevor Baxter in the 23.
Trevor Baxter says, I want my piece first, and then you can have him. Oh, he might have him. Yeah, he's going to clear.
Yeah, right now we're at that point in the run where that top line is just so dominant compared to the bottom because you burned your stuff up. And we're going to see an extra little peek at that as you see Patrick Gitter dive down to the inside of Roman again in 3 and 4. And once again, just still not able to clear.
Ooh.
Battle for the lead. Houghton to the inside of Gulata. Is he going to be able to complete it? Yes, he is, with a huge slide job, but Gulata's going to come back with the cross under.
Houghton has made it work in every lane so far this race, I swear.
And Houghton's not playing around. He's not coming down for the side drive. He's coming down for the hip check, making door contact with the 98 of Gulata. Gulata going to get close to stuffing him back up into the fence coming out of 4. Side by side at the line, Gulata's going to lead at this lap.
Conklin's guy they're fighting, he's made his way back up. That 1 second gap is no more.
And this is exactly what Conklin wanted to see. Sit back there, save tires, let these two start battling again. Conklin going to give a shot to the back of the 41 machine. Coming into turn number 3. And he's going to go up against the fence while Houghton goes down to the bottom. And for the race lead, Sean Conklin.
Coming through.
Here at the light. Going to get his first lap led on the board here at lap 60. And that right there very well could be the race for the rest of these guys.
That is a...
Ooh, 3 wide. For third. Gulata up top. Vroman and Gitter. Vroman and Gitter still battling.
Gitter didn't look like you know what line he wanted to go. They're going into that turn. It's a dangerous spot to be.
Whatever line could potentially get him by the guys in front.
All he's thinking.
And it, not working out. Just so hard to get the job done. But here he comes to the top now. I think he's going to get Vroman here. If he can get the momentum. Oh, but Houghton's real loose in front of him.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Houghton into the fence, actually.
You can see the momentum dropping, or the momentum drop. He's falling.
And a huge dive bomb and slide job. That's going to be the spot to get her over Vroman. He's going to get up to the top here. In front of Gulata. He's going to move, get her up to P3, a 2-for-1 special.
Whoa.
Oh, Gulata into the fence.
Did get a knock on the back there. It kind of looked like it was close.
Yeah, there was a little push going into one. And it sent both of them into the fence. Didn't hurt Gitter too much, but really hurt Gulata because he got stuck up on that fence on that right rear quarter panel. And now Gulata's stuck 3 wide again. This time in the middle. Oh, it didn't last.
Ahead?
No, you're looking
deceiving me.
Looking at Roman right now.
My eyes are deceiving me. I see.
Oh, but for Conklin, yeah, we do have a lapper in front. Chris Davis in the 74 machine. About to lose a lap to Sean Conklin. Heavy damage to the front. He was one of those cars caught in that first incident on the night. It's a case of nowhere to go. It's a case of nowhere to go. They start wrecking in front of you. You can't really do anything about it if you're up on them.
Definitely been there. My fair share of times.
Get her up. And get her up to P2. Working his way through what a log jam of traffic that I did not think that he was going to be able to get his way through. Making moves on the 74 machine, but with everything single filed out here, we're going to send it to a quick commercial. We'll catch you on the other side.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Let's do it for now. Welcome back to the Friday Night Ryco Performance Top Split. Under caution at the moment. A little bit of slide through the grass for Maggie McGuire. Everybody just came down though, fired on a set of 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles and got a little top off on gas. Sean Conklin currently a race leader with Gitter in second and Vroman in third. Been a pretty chaotic
tire strap. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Well, everybody's on freshies, so those guys that were saving, all that saving was for naught.
Yep.
But it did kind of work out. Here's our replay. See Maggie McGuire up here. I think she's going to get a little bit loose here, potentially. Oh, no. They got loose in front of her. Huge hit. Didn't get to see which car that was that broke in front of her.
Just a unfortunate spot to be. I don't even...
Riding on board with Maggie McGuire here, and there's not much you can do, man. She's had such an unfortunate season this season. Feels like they've been caught up in just about everything, not of their own making, and that's the worst feeling in the world. It's the 22 machine. Just hard contact there, and that will most likely be terminal for Maggie McGuire tonight.
Yeah, that's a hit right to the front. That's going to really hurt that car.
Yeah, they don't like to put front clips back on these things. I mean, they will come down and get it all repaired, but you know, assuming if there's required or not, really changes the tone of that.
These cars are very big on their aerodynamics, and front aerodynamics is a very important part of it. Mess that up a little bit, and you're not going to push to the air just right.
No,
Everybody's going to be able to go through just a little faster.
Absolutely, especially when it comes to just front end downforce with that splitter creased. Right now, we got Sean Conklin with Patrick Gitter on the outside. Lights are out on the pace car.
Roman up to third.
Now, this is going to be an interesting battle because I'd swear Gitter didn't save anything at any point that run and was able to work himself up to second place. Whereas Conklin and Vroman, all they did was tire save until, you know, about 10 laps from that yellow.
I wonder if Roman's going to like being up at that top because he's been running on the top side.
He's going to have to work his way up there through Vasquez, but here we are working our way into the Geico restart zone. Conklin with an advantage and a good jump on the restart as well, and a nice push from the 95 of Roman. Down at the bottom, Conklin's going to have a 2/10 of a second lead coming into turn number 1 while they're side by side behind him.
Conklin just rocketed out on that start. I haven't seen a start like that in a minute.
Yeah, that right there, that is a guy that has been around, you know, that pro caliber driver for a long time on the service. You get different restarts out of those guys. They seem to find every possible way to get through that box as fast as they can without getting themselves in trouble. Whereas, you know, normies like you and I, we tend to get a penalty just for being on the front row.
Well, I wait till I see green, I hit pedal.
Yeah, I've never done that, and it's always been a dire mistake for me. I think single filing out right now, though, mostly through the field. You see the 29 machine running high wide up against that fence again. Passer trying to make up a bunch of spots like he did on that first run. Gulata with a huge fallback through the field.
Now that's unsurprising.
Run back there in the top 10. I think he's going to find his way back to the front, though. That 98 is just so bad fast.
He had to work himself up to the front already. I can't see him not doing it again.
But Roman applying a little bit of pressure to that 54 machine of Conklin. Back there in second place, not too far out of the picture. Houghton back up to third, too.
Ryco, 1, 2, 3 teammates.
Yeah, them Ryco cars are something else this week. See the 5 machine of Vasquez working up against the fence, trying to make his way past Patrick Gitter for the 4th position.
Like he might be able to make his way around his teammate Houghton.
I don't know if that is the move, because even your race leader, Sean Conklin, is trying to save fuel right now on the bottom. Kicking the clutch in, at least he did in turns 3 and 4 there that last lap. Not doing it here in 1 and 2. Waiting to get on the throttle, though, in 1 and 2, a little bit longer than normal. Really trying to save what he's got. We'll see if he does it in 3 again this time. Doesn't sound like it. I swear he did it a lap ago. Promise I'm not crazy.
I believe you.
I wouldn't believe me. I probably am.
I didn't say what I believed you on. I just said I believed you.
Wait, side by side again. Patrick Gitter down to the inside of the 30 machine. Oh, our producer's just hitting me with all the strays tonight. It feels great. He called me a dirty liar.
Exactly what he said.
I'm gonna go cry after this. The 30 machine of Baxter finds his way, or the 30 machine of Nanny finds his way in front of Patrick Gitter here. And the 23 machine of Baxter's up there working the top. And just about 3 wide. The 25 tries to go to the bottom of the 26, and a huge block going into turn number 3.
He is on his bumper.
Oh, he won't lift it. I think the 25 is Vasquez. I think that's, yeah.
You
Bit of a
believe
new paint scheme. No, we got one around into turn 1. On the apron, the 23, it looked like. Or was it the 17? Huge save.
I don't think I get to saw that.
That should have been a wreck, because I saw the front bumper of the car from the camera angle when we were going into the corner.
One front bumper and about 30 rear bumpers.
17 just gets a huge shot from the 10 of J.R. Barbarama. He should not have saved that. That should have been a wreck.
That might be the most impressive save of the race.
That was beautiful. And
Excellent.
Conklin clutching again, but will we see it on camera tonight? Probably not. Oh, going around. Patrick Gitter gets turned in the back of the pack.
Oh, my
Huge
goodness.
crash behind him.
Oh, that's a lot.
There's a bunch of cars.
Is Fender going flying? Look black and yellow. I think I know what car that came off of.
And it looks like Gitter just got dumped there, but here's the replay. Oh, 30 got loose. 29 comes down. A little bit of contact in the door.
Ooh, pushed into him.
57. That's the domino effect right there. One guy.
I have been to that 21 so many times. Pushed along the track sideways.
Gossett, huge contact involved in that too. Unfortunately, no fault to his own. On board with Gitter. See him get a little nervy in front of you. The 29 trying to avoid it, gets down into Gitter.
Just another one of those racing incidents, I think.
And from there, it's just
How it
there's
goes.
nowhere for anybody to go.
Just wreck avoidance at that point.
They're going to work their way down pit road. Pajari's going to stay out for the time being. So he's going to transfer to P1 for the moment. The race on pit road, Sean Conklin going to lead them off, I do believe. No, actually, it is Houghton that's going to lead them off pit road.
Excellent pit stop.
Yeah, four
Coming around
drivers,
to the blue line.
4 guys staying out. Alan Pajari, Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. Oh, wait, sorry, those are lappers. But Julian Pasteur is going to stay out in the 29 machine. Yeah, we're going to take a second here and look at the schedule for next week here on GridVision. Next week, Monday night, Talladega for the Ryco Performance Monday night top split, followed by Tuesday, Spartan Sim Racing League, new addition to the channel, much the same, Talladega. And Thursday night, we're going to have the High Slide Truck Series, next to last playoff race of the season, live from Michigan. And rounding out the weekend, we're going to have more beautiful Talladega with the Friday night NiS top split.
Looking forward to that top split at the end.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a dicey one. Plate races in these
Sim Racing League. That sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah, there has been a lot of back end work put on by everybody over here, especially our wonderful producer Austin Derbyshire, and that is going to. I've seen little bits and pieces, and man, that is going to be a gorgeous production, if I do say so myself.
I was a little faster. I might go do it.
You don't have to be fast. Go do it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Go hit that sign up button and try and make a fool out of yourself. If I wasn't racing on Tuesdays in a different league, I'd have done it myself.
I might do it. The fool out of myself. I don't know if I can prevent that part, but the racing I can do.
Just go out there and try to keep all 4 corners on it, and that's and keep all 4 tires on the ground too. That's also important.
Houghton is in the lead.
Yep. Yeah, everybody's cycling back through. Houghton's going to be on the lead. I think he may have potentially taken 2 tires on that pit stop. Roman's going to be in second place, followed by Sean Conklin in third. Jose Acosta going to be in fifth. That's a big mover. Coming from pretty much nowhere since that wreck. Good little position for him right now, and Vasquez is going to be fourth.
Top 5 action.
Massively mixed bag up here at the front now that we had that incident, and people trying different things on pit road.
A lot of names at the front I don't recognize so far. I mean, the top 4 we know they've been there.
A little bit of contact between Houghton and Vroman here. That's just classic Ryco. I bet these two are cracking jokes and one-liners back and forth to each other right now in their driver chat. Got 2 of the biggest personalities on that team up here. Well, make it 3 because Conklin's in the picture as well. One Ryco BMW M8 right now, GTE. But here we come. Pace car's in. Ready to roll into the Geico restart zone one more time. Houghton going to lead us to the green. Not much of an advantage. Vroman going to stay pretty close to him this time.
I couldn't even tell if they went.
And Vroman's actually going to get the advantage here up on the top line and a huge pull because he got a good shot from the 5 machine of Vasquez. Vroman's going to be gone here coming out of turn number 2. And Houghton's going to try to thread his way up there. Going to cause a big chuck up top, though.
Could have caused a wreck.
Well, those are the liberties you get to take with teammates. They have to lift for you.
Well, they don't have to. It's just poor form if they don't.
Last thing old Ken Byron wants to see is all his cars wad up at the same time. That'll make for a really awkward post-race debrief. Oh, Acosta, aggressive move. Oh, and the 45 of Patovich goes around.
Oh, no.
Taking Hoffman with him and a handful of others.
Back to caution.
Oh, no. Don't miss it, Crow. Tough break. This is the NiS I know and remember.
Yeah, this reminds me of the last time I did it.
Clayton Hoffman Mistake you don't see out of him often. Slides up just a little too much. Gets into the 45 of Patovich. Round they go from there. Crow, hard contact. A handful of others go sliding with him into turn number 3.
It's unfortunate.
And that's all it takes. Get down there on the bottom. You think you're going to have a little bit more room. The car slides up a little bit. Looked like the two got hooked together, too, on the fenders. Because once they pulled off, they both broke traction. Just around they all go.
At least it's still all just a bunch of racing incidents. It's nothing crazy.
Good news, Good news for Hoffman, though. He's got all the fenders on that thing, so he should be all right.
Roman in the lead. Let's go. Lucky dog coming around. Meow.
Well, right now, we'll have ourselves a little bit of an in-race reporter here. Nicholas Vroman is asking to be pulled up into the channel. Let's bring him on up in here. Hey, Nick, how's she running, buddy?
Hi, I just wanted to point out a fact right there that I just freaking destroyed James Houghton on that restart. I mean, what is he, like fucking 85 years old or something? Like, this ain't the fucking senior citizen home, James. I literally, like, manhandled him. That was amazing.
I think what we need to do here is we got to pull Houghton in here too, see his side of the story. All right, Houghton. So, Vroman said that he absolutely just drove your doors off on that restart. In fact, I think Vroman can repeat it.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely man. It was like James was like, you know, when like the old man's crossing the street and he's got like a lot of bags he's trying to carry. Well, I didn't even stop my car, man. I just honk, splashed a puddle on him, and I said, "See you later."
How do you feel about this,
Roman,
man?
the only problem with your situation here, though, is you are like the king of saving tires and going 9 out of 10. I don't know that we're going to have any tire saving for the rest of this race.
Well, you know, yeah, I'm screwed.
Yeah, you're going to have to make some decisions here and decide, are you going to rip the fence and protect the lead? Or are you going to save those tires for, what, 45 laps to go here?
Oh, we're fucking ripping it.
And we're going to see if Roman actually send it. This is going to be new. I don't think we've seen this all year.
I wish I had a stamp beside me with a 5 on it. I'd stamp myself Kyle Larson on the forehead right now and rip the fence the whole rest of the race.
I mean, I do, from what I've seen so far this race, man, I think that's what you got to do because that outside line has just been so dominant. How do you feel about beating Roman's ass here on this restart?
0 chance of that.
Oh.
I feel like you could try to do that 1,000 times and you're going to get that 1 out of 1,000 times.
So what you're saying is you're cooked too.
Always cooked. But it'll be interesting to see here. Roman's got to decide, is he going to protect the lead or is he going to protect the tires?
Nah, we're ripping the tires off this thing. We're keeping the lead. We're not. Look, I've been doing this all season. I know what's gonna happen. We all know what's gonna happen. We ain't going green. It ain't happening.
Surely there's not going to be another caution in NiS.
I don't.
Not the Friday night.
Don't we always go green from here to the end?
Well, I got to go back, but I would look out for that Sean Conklin, man. He's a menace.
Oh, Conklin is a mess. I think both of y'all are going to be absolutely screwed by him here. Either way, get your elbows up. Thanks for coming up here in the booth with us.
Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah, that was a cool little break there.
That was entertaining.
A look inside of the head of two of the most chaotic drivers in the service. You gotta love it. The camaraderie over there at Ryco is something to behold.
We also have confirmation that Roman's about to send it.
I don't know. I haven't seen Roman send it all year, but hey, you don't get to be this high up in the pecking order on iRating without knowing exactly what the hell you need to do at all times.
Hey, I'll take him at his word. He said there ain't no tires to save. We know what it's like.
Either way, lights are out on the iRacing pace cars. They work their way through turn number 4. Gonna be a wild 3-car battle here. I mean, heck, it could very well end up being 5. Pace car dives down pit road. Here they are. Who's gonna get the launch first? Good launch from the 95 machine of Roman. Houghton taking a nap again on the restart. But he's got the 25 machine trying to push him back up there to the front. But here comes Conklin down to the bottom. Move him up into P2. And Roman's going to have his work cut out.
Gas.
No, he did not. 3 wide for 4th place right now, coming down the back straightaway. Gonna funnel out pretty quick here. As you see, the 26 machine of Blue going to work his way up into the spot. Oh, man, they're spread all over the place. If we go green here, it's going to be a miracle.
I can't even tell who's in the lead right now. Is it still Roman? I can't even tell.
Oh, they do make it hard with them Ryco machines being all painted the same color. But see Roman ripping the top through 1 and 2, getting a huge run. Conklin going to lose a spot now. 2 spots. Going to fall back behind Houghton by the time Houghton's done with 3 and 4.
I think he's sending it.
Oh, absolutely. There's one thing I know about Houghton. He has one mode, and it is full send. Right now, battle shaping up.
Anything but send right now.
Heavy battle right now, though. 4th place position. Acosta to the outside of the 26. 26 slides up. Acosta comes down just a little bit. Good save for the 26 machine of Channing Blue.
Almost under the caution there.
Now here comes Acosta fighting to the inside of Sean Conklin through 3 and 4. Gonna pull a little bit of a side draft. Gonna get door to door with him here on the front straightaway. Conklin gonna give him a little bit of room. And a huge push from the 5 machine of Vasquez down the front straightaway into 1. It's gonna be 3 wide now for 4th again, with Acosta in the middle. 5 machine of Vasquez getting a huge charge out of turn number 2. Gonna dive down to the bottom of Sean Conklin into turn number 3, trying to get that 3rd position from him. Not going to be able to get it done, though, I don't think, because that outside line is just so dominant. We've seen it all race.
Everybody's starting to pick their favorite lines and go to it.
Yep. And look who's worked his way back up into the top 5. Joseph Galata. And that 98 machine's back up here.
We were talking about it the restart before last. There's no way he's not making it back up here.
You know what? With the laps falling the way that they're going to fall here, I think that he's in just as good a position as anybody else. Been so good on the short run. So aggressive. I see him getting a good finish out of this thing.
He is absolutely taking nothing for chance.
Right now, Houghton all over the back bumper of the 95 machine of Roman as they come into turn number 1. Gonna roll out of it, though. Try to build that momentum, that launch off the corner. But here comes Conklin back down to the bottom. Not gonna be able to do anything with it, though.
Down at the bottom.
Yeah, it's you basically go down there and you pray that the guy on the outside is either nice enough to let you in. Oh, here comes the 98 of Gulata down to the inside of Conklin.
Making that push we were talking about.
He's in position to try and slide Conklin here. Conklin going to roll out of the throttle. No, don't get too greedy. Gulata is going to pull the slide job coming through 1 and 2. He's going to be moved up to P3 in front of Sean Conklin.
Oh, man, what a move.
Yeah, if you come in there and you've got, about a half a door pulled on the guy, it feels like you can absolutely just send it in and get the slider. But if you're not in that position, though, you're absolutely screwed.
You and the guy that you're trying to slide job, done.
Battle for the lead, though. Houghton down on the bottom of the track, trying to get by Vroman. Vroman going to use that outside line momentum to get him pulled around the straightaway. And here comes Gulata, though, with a helping hand back to the tail end of the 41 machine, pushing him into turn number 3.
Candy Apple Red, 99. Or 98, sorry.
Here he comes, back down to the apron. Dead heat here at the line for 2nd place. But Houghton with the outside line, I think he's got the advantage. He's got a little bit of a nose on that 98 machine. Depends on how aggressive that 98 wants to be into 1 and 2, but not enough grip to pull the slide, I don't think. Nope.
Ooh. Yeah, you see him dive back towards that inside.
That was nervous, and Houghton was not lifting for that one.
Oh, I don't think either of them were.
And neither one of them should. Less than 30 to go here for NiS. Still a dead heat for 2nd, though. Here comes Conklin back into the fray.
Just about to say, Conklin staying his nose right there.
And Acosta. holding up pretty well here in the 5th spot. Bringing it back down there to the bottom, trying to get the spot on Conklin, but Conklin's going to have that momentum coming out of the corner. We've talked about all race long.
Costa does have some of the biggest sins I've seen all race, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing about Acosta, man. He is very aggressive. Sometimes it works out for him. Sometimes it doesn't. Today, it seems like everything's just panning out, just running a good race. Getting hopefully a good finish out of it. Not too chaotic this week.
It's got to keep it together, but that's the double-edged sword of driving aggressive like that. Sometimes it plays off. Sometimes it just doesn't.
Yep. But Kansas favors the bold, I've always found. Everything kind of taming down here in your top 5. Conklin's trying to work the bottom to get by the 30 machine of Daniel Nanny.
Everybody's still kind of together there. You like to see it. Not a lot of full distance from the front of the back.
Comes at 30, diving back down to the bottom, trying to get position on, I want to say that's Houghton. Hard to keep up with the door numbers, man. We got to bring back the colors, Ken. That's one thing we had.
Don't have to, like, if you see it from the front of the car, you get to who it is.
Yeah. 30 machine put on a really good fight, though. Daniel Nanny looking good back here in 5th place. Not giving up. Oh, we got one in the fence. A lot of hard contact. Don't leave it. Good save.
That might be the best save of the race. Goodness, right there.
Yeah, we're going to see a replay on that one.
That was...
Because that should have been 10 cars gone right there.
Yeah, that should have been fresh tires for everybody.
Oh, more contact coming out turn number 2. Looks like Acosta got into the right side of the 5 of Vasquez. We're at that point where nobody's got any patience. Nobody's going to lift.
Oh, you can't right now.
Nope. 30 to go here at Kansas.
30 to go, 30 towards the front. I'm pushing.
And here's the replay. That's save.
What happened here? Because I didn't get to see all of it.
I think what happens is Gulada's going to get in here. Oh, I guess he got loose because the back tires were lifted off the track. Houghton, a little bit of contact.
What a save. My goodness.
Got that car to wedge. The 98 just about wrecked it, but did a great job of keeping it under him. Back live, Roman with a 0.2 of a second gap to Sean Conklin in 2nd place. 30 machine and Nanny's worked himself up to 3rd position with Houghton in 4th and Vasquez in 5th. But with just under 30 laps to go, we're going to send it to our last commercial. We will bring you green all the way to the end from here.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And welcome back to the Ryco Performance Friday Night Top Split. NiS live from Kansas. A nice break for Nicholas Vroman, who just about wadded that thing up about 2 laps ago under green. We got ourselves a caution here. A couple cars got a little nervy. We'll get a look at the
Looks like
replay
everybody
here.
went in.
Well, this is... Here we go. Looks like we're going into 1. Maggie McGuire here in the center. 31 machine. Once again, just like I was talking earlier, Maggie just no luck at all this season. Gets caught up in somebody else's mess. Around it goes.
During the break about before my time. That is also before my time. A little bit of ping pong.
I think it's a little bit before a lot of our times here.
That's for sure.
But no, huge break for Roman though. Gets an excellent pit stop. Gets himself up to the lead. Takes the spot from Sean Conklin. Gets another chance. Gets another chance to go out here and potentially win this thing with just 22 laps to go at the moment.
Got himself in beautiful position. He's definitely been sending it. He did not lie when he was here.
Look at this. We got Houghton and Vroman up here starting 1-2 again.
Conklin right behind him.
Oh, it is. We got a new challenger too, the 91 machine of Pisciata. Worked himself up into third place position with his Premier Setups machine. Very, very minimalistic design. I kind of dig it. Just the solid red.
Almost cell shaded.
Almost. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of simple paint jobs, gotta say.
The flat paints still look kind of interesting on iRacing, that's for sure, but hey, it works.
Knock him half a point for, no speculative map, but, it's fine.
I don't know, he's got a spec map on it.
Does he? I don't see
Yeah,
it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
there it is.
It's a slight metallic, as I like to call it. No clear coat.
It's the spec map. I like it. I take it back. He gets an extra half a point.
Because it is way too easy to just go and overdo it, like I still do to this day.
Oh yeah, I see it in the shadows there.
A satin. There we go. Our producer has said that's what we would call a satin. So look at this. Even uneducated fellows from Virginia, such as myself, can learn things through
learn something new every day.
Where'd we be without you, brother? No, we wouldn't be here, that's for sure. I'd probably be getting wrecked out of B Open right now. I would be in a van down by the river. You are not wrong. Either way, lights are out on the pace car. Another chance for these guys up here. And you thought it was intense earlier. It's about to go through the roof here. Possibly, literally. But working themselves into the Geico restart zone for hopefully one more restart. Green flag in the air. Good launch on both rows. A little bit better than what we saw the last go round. Roman's going to get the advantage, though.
He did not get those 1,000-to-1 odds for the better restart on Roman.
But here we go. Roman going to pull out the lead here, but Pisciata going to get a huge, huge launch through 1 and 2, and he's going to dive down to the inside here, race leader on the back straightaway.
Using all the grip he has. Look at him go. Right
Look at
down.
him send it down into turn number 3 with a huge slide job. Not going to be able to clear it, though.
Nope. That's just does not have the momentum to make it around. Oh,
Oh, but a huge block on Houghton. Now, you don't see that often.
I think he touched quarter panels.
I'll tell you
He's
what,
staying in it. He does not care.
he best be hoping he's able to get away from him. Here he comes with another slider up to the top. Roman down to the bottom with a crossover. They're going to be side by side coming out turn number 2.
Looks like Kobe out there.
Houghton is not going to push that 91 machine, though. Roman going to try and line up a slider here. Just about. Oh, and he puts the 91 into the fence.
It's a pretty aggressive slide job.
And it's a huge loss for Pisciata, and he's going to throw a block on Sean Conklin. Roman back up to the point. Channing Ballou now up to second spot. Ballou going to get a shot from the 91 machine coming into turn number 3. Attempted to make it 3 wide. But here comes Houghton fighting back on the bottom. A little bit of contact between him and the 26 out of turn number 4. 26 is going to chop his nose off and go all the way down to the apron down the front stretch.
Pisciata's used all of his momentum. Looks like he's fallen back a little bit.
Here comes Ballou charging back on the bottom, down the back straightaway. Going to end up falling back in line behind Roman. At this point, I feel like it's Roman's race to lose.
He's just got to send it.
Absolutely. It's just absolute chaos right now through the center half of this field.
Everybody's fighting for every bit of point that they can get.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're watching looks like the 98 machine trying to work his way back up through this after the contact earlier. Down to the inside of the 23. Gullotta giving it all he's got. Not able to get clear, though. It's just so hard when that outside line is just that dominant. 3 wide behind him, though, with Hoffman and Acosta in the middle. And I think that car on the bottom is DeCiani.
Somebody got in the wall there on exit. I did not see who that was.
Acosta going to dive it back down to the bottom of Hoffman now. This is your battle for the 11th position. Not able to find the momentum, though. The top, just, it's cooked, man.
It's all she's wrote it might be. Look at him coming through on the bottom side there.
Yeah, full send right now for everybody. 26 Ballou looking down to the bottom now, trying to get something, but not going to be able to do much with these guys locked in as tight as they are up there at the top. There's not a hole to fill if you even, cross over the guy.
Trying to find every bit of momentum they can to push as hard as they can around somebody.
Roman's sitting up here with just a 10th over second place Conklin. Conklin all over the rear bumper.
6th.
Yeah, just rough place to be. Got put in a couple bad positions on the restart there. Things kind of taming down though throughout the field. That is the one good thing about when these guys go out here and charge hard. It kind of doesn't last too long.
Tires only have so much grip that they can give you. As you check down, about 12 laps left to go, there might not be a whole lot of tire left to go around everybody.
Yeah, even though these tires are dummy thick, they don't last for too long when you abuse them a little bit too much. But here comes the 91 machine trying to get up there to the top. Huge block, though, from the 54 machine of Conklin. But here he's 91's going to try and pinch him up into the fence. Pisciata giving it everything he's got to try and get up to the 3rd position.
He says, if I don't have the grip, I'm going to push you in a place where you have less than me.
That's the thing, man. Over here at Kansas, with that aero cushion up against the wall, you got more grip up there than you have anywhere else on the track. It's just a matter of getting yourself up there and being confident enough to run it. And when the option is taken to run anywhere else away from you, I mean, if you're Conklin, you got to just stab it and send it.
There's only one way to finish first, and that's to be first.
Yeah. And if Frog had wings, it wouldn't. Well, we know. No, that one ends up.
That story writes itself.
Yep, here comes Gulata trying to dive down to the bottom to make up a couple spots here on the inside of Bergoli into turns 3 and 4. Going to get a little bit of an advantage. And it's been such a good car all night. Gonna be door to door coming into turn number 1. Not gonna be able to hold up the momentum though. He's going to try and cover the top for the 29 machine. The passer gets there. Right now you see the 26 once again diving it down to the bottom. Blue trying to make up a spot, but just not able to get the momentum, and Holster's going to overtake him on the outside.
Just can't tell which line's going to be the one to go every time they go to the corner. It's flipsy-flopsy.
Outside. Every time.
That's fair enough.
When it comes to coming off the corner.
That's true.
Unless you really key it up and send it.
Like our boy here is trying to do in the 17.
And it's not going to work out too well for him, because if you're so side by side coming out of the corner, that outside line's going to overtake you every time. But we got a caution. Car spinning on the front straightaway.
25.
Acosta.
Hard.
See what happened here. Was they running up there on the top line? A huge shot from the back of Vasquez. Acosta was slightly loose there, lost a little bit of momentum. And Vasquez just didn't lift and unfortunately turned that 25 machine around.
I mean, if I'm Vasquez, I'm not lifting either. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate to see it happen.
I'm one of the rare ones that still lifts for people, but then I get run over.
Yeah, that's why I don't lift anymore. You just like if you lift, you get hit.
No, Conklin gonna stay out. Vroman committed to pitting there.
Are the tires gonna be his?
Let's see. We go green. If we don't get another caution immediately, it's gonna be about 4 laps to the end.
This could be a very bad decision.
Yeah, I mean, half the field comes down.
There's not a lot of people going down here. What is it? 10 cars? I think I count 10, 15, 12, maybe.
It's near enough to half that arguably you could just send it.
That's tough.
But I mean, opportunity for winning this thing though, I think is out the window for Roman now. This thing is absolutely in Conklin's hand.
Unless something crazy happens up front and everybody wrecks. Maybe that's what he's banking on.
Our producer's saying, 17 laps. Are you sure about that? Like,
No.
I got to say, I am sure about it, because we're going to go green with 4 laps to go potentially here. Everybody's going to be sending it like crazy there in the back. Somebody's going to get turned around. Then we're going up with green-white checkers.
This is going to be something.
Absolutely. If there's anybody that can do it, I would say it would be Vroman, but I don't know. When Vroman's ended up in the back here on these deals with other guys on mixed strategies, he's not necessarily been the luckiest at getting through it and surviving.
And this went from being like kind of set in stone a little bit to like, what is going to happen? We have no idea.
That's the thing you love about it, man. This thing ain't over until that checker flag gets waved.
But we know who's first. We don't know who's first.
Very philosophical.
Some call me Buddha.
Hey, you're up there, man. That sounded like a Gandhi quote there for a second.
Reminds me I was told once, more throttle, less wall.
Also helps. Auckland in a pretty good position here if we get a bit of chaos here at the end of this thing, which I am wholly expecting.
I'm looking forward to seeing how this one shapes up. This is going to be good.
Been a great race so far. These guys have really put on a good show.
It's kind of flown by too. I'm not surprised we're at lap 129 to 134. 5 to go.
Lights are out on the pace car. 1 lap till green here.
Gonna have 4 laps of maybe green flag racing.
Potentially. Conklin leading on old tires, 17-lap old tires. Over second place, James Hauser. Channing Ballou is in third place. Same strategy with James Houghton in fourth and Paul Bergoli in fifth. Now, if you look your way back here through the field, Nicholas Roman on the freshest tires, 12th place, lining up on the top row. He's going to be flying, but is he going to have the time? And is he going to be able to make it through the chaos?
Everybody's after him is pit 2 if they're on fresh tires. Everybody in front does not have fresh tires.
Tell you what, put that camera on Roman. We're going to get a show here.
See, he's probably going to have a crazy restart.
Absolutely. Got the camera panned out just enough to where you can see him. He's that top car, Ryco car in the back there. But here we are rolling into the Geico restart zone for hopefully the last time of the night. Green flag is in the air. Sean Conklin gets a decent launch. On the bottom, running the apron. About a 0.2 of a second advantage coming into turn number 1.
Look at him go.
3 wide on board with Roman running up on the fence right behind Vasquez in the 5 through 1 and 2. This is the camera you're going to want to see. Huge momentum.
He's sending it.
And oh my, I'm probably going to be eating my hat here. Here he comes, going to try and send it 3 in the middle with Vasquez on the top. Caution is out.
So that means green-white-checkered. Oh, no.
Oh, Gossett and Jose Acosta get together here.
Fighting for the same real estate, maybe?
See what happens. Huge block on Gossett. Coming to the corner 4 wide. The 5 gets knocked sideways.
A bunch of stack.
And around they all go. I didn't see who exactly got the 5, but we'll wind it back here again and take another look. We got some time. So 5.
Looks like
Right up there. Slow-mo helps.
ping.
Yeah,
Does
30
like
machine
long.
just packed it right into the back of him there, and it just, we've seen people push going into the corners a few times tonight, and it hasn't been a problem. But there are times where it just doesn't work out, and this is just very unfortunate for Gossett as well as Acosta, because nothing they could have done. They didn't even know that they were going to be wrecking until they were in it. Hang on. I'm watching it back one more time. Oh. Yeah, Gossett with a little bit of contact with that blue machine. Can't tell the number on that.
I can't
That's
quite
just
tell the pink number.
Look, I'm getting old, man. The eyes are bad, and the reading glasses just don't do the trick.
I need fancy glasses to drive.
I bet you do. Probably got astigmatism in both eyes, don't you?
The least of my worries.
Felt. I can't see anything at night, man. Those headlights coming there, it's pretty bad.
I feel you there. That is tough.
It's
Gotta
enough
have
of me
a clean
talking.
window.
Let me talk about my blindness here. If Roman moved up 4 positions on that restart, he is already up in the 8th spot. We potentially have 2 more opportunities at the green-white-checkered. Now, whether we're going to use them or not,
they don't make it to the green-white-checkered.
what Roman's really hoping for is to get 2 clean laps in and get this thing over with.
Push one of them fantastic restarts we've seen all night.
What's really working in his benefit is he will be restarting on that top line.
He's liking running that top line all race.
Okay. Well, no pressure at all there. I hope your grandkids enjoy what I have to say here tonight.
Only the first time I've ever been here.
Only my first time, lead commentating on one of our races. So I'll totally not choke it up here.
One can only hope. Call you Obi-Wan or something. I know.
I don't know. Knowing me, I could turn into Yoda here real quick. Y'all have heard it week in and week out. Either way, still as it sits, this race is in the hands of the Conky Donkey and James Houghton.
They have stayed 1 and 2 for a fair portion. Not a fair portion, but they've been up at the top for all of it.
Oh yeah, this race has absolutely been in the hands of Ryco.
Isn't this how we started with the 1 and 2? Do I remember that right?
Something like that.
I feel like they were right there.
They've all been inside that top 5 band the entire race. Man, there's one point.
I don't think there's a point of this broadcast we haven't seen their names on the ticker.
No, I mean there was one point where they had those cars locked 6 deep in the pack. So, Ken probably patting himself on the back and hopefully getting ready to count the chickens as they hatch, not before they hatch. I think it's a safe bet, man. Because I really do think that on this restart, you're going to see something crazy out of Roman, and that's going to be the determining factor for this race.
He's
so
got the
fast.
top side. He's had the restarts all race.
He's got 4 fresh tires underneath him.
Yep.
Coming from 8th position. Oh, never mind. No, it looks like he got cycled down to the bottom somehow into 7th.
Oh, that's tough.
Somebody must have
They'll
pit.
probably make it work.
No, he's still up top. I think it was just a scoring error.
Good old-fashioned relative display.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
Yeah, I see him up there at the top.
Pace car diving itself down pit road. This driver's crawling their way to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is in the air. Conklin with a good launch. Heavy wheel spin on the outside for Houghton. He's going to lose a handful of spots here before him getting to turn number 1.
That's tough to see.
Conklin's going to pull Holzer in with him down into turn number 1, both running the bottom.
Roman over there
Right
outside.
now, everything's on Roman.
Like?
Oh, huge crash.
Oh, no.
Roman around.
He's around.
Oh.
Oh, my. He was hoping for that, but he did not want to be involved.
Huge wreck. That was just about the field.
That's just it's too much ping pong.
26, a little bit of contact there with the 29 machine, and it just shoots back up the track. Once the car gets de-wedged and you get the traction broken, there's not putting any, there's no putting the toothpaste back in the tube.
And that's what we've seen all night. A little bit too much side-to-side contact, and these cars can handle it for a little bit, but once you do it a little too much, one goes around and it's over.
Vasquez makes it through there pretty clean. Roman, all chances at the win now, though, pretty much out the window.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to be a tough one to come back from.
They're probably going to be hiding the toaster in the Roman household tonight.
What toaster? That's crazy.
But right now, this thing's still sitting in the hands of Conklin. But at this point, no, man. Vasquez, he pit and got tires, didn't he?
I believe so.
He was working his way through with Roman. No, never mind. Gulata is on the freshest tires with only 10 laps on those Eagles, and he's starting in 7th. And Gulata has had a fast piece all night.
Is this the first time Holtz's been up in 2nd?
Yes, this is the first time Holtz's been in 2nd.
The best time to be there.
Could be the best time. It could be the worst.
You never know.
Yeah, it depends on who's behind you. Getting too poetic here for our producer. He's cussing me out.
Field of Vern.
41 machine has been good tonight too. Houghton. So going on the short runs, man. I feel like if he'd came in and fired on 4 freshies, could have been his opportunity as well. Hoffman, quiet night, a little bit of chaos early on. This thing got caught up in a wreck, working his way up to 4th spot. Really, really good recovery for him tonight in the Nitro machine. Vasquez up to 5th. Pretty solid as well. Quiet night for him. A little bit of a newbie right there. Technically the 32 car, but the 55 on the screen. Hammond's one of the last seeds in the field, up here running 6th place. And man, if that ain't a good feeling for a driver, I don't know what is.
Especially in a car that looks as good as that. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that is a nice looking machine. And here's Gulata, 7th place. Really strong night out of him tonight. Really strong race out of him Monday night as well. Looking at Pisciata as well, sneaking his way up here into a top 10 finish. That 91 machine. Just a lot of good movement. And Paul Bergoli up here running well as well. Coming back from a little bit of a hiatus. Good to see him back here running these NiS races. Getter, top 10. Huge damage early in this thing. What happens, man? These things turn into attrition races some weeks, and we've seen a lot of attrition here in these last 10 laps. And I dare to say that I don't think we're done seeing it.
No, we might not have. This might not be the last restart that we see so far this race.
I think they have one more green-white-checkered primed before this thing is over. So we could see something. We could see something else happen here.
See if they get it done this time.
Tell you what, I would like to see we need to get a heart rate monitor for old Mr. Ryco, because I'd like to know where he's sitting right now. Knowing he's got fast cars all locked up here, but all of them on the same strategy, all of them on old tires. And a bunch of guys on freshies behind him.
You gotta wonder if those fresh tires are gonna make that much of a difference. They should. It's 3 laps.
No, it's more than that. I think it was a 17-lap advantage on tires, and that much isn't changing. The heat cycles may be helping these guys on the older stuff a little bit, but you can't put the grip back on the tire.
That's for sure.
Especially as those 17 laps that these guys will run up at the front were hard laps. But the pace car is going to duck in for hopefully the last time. Conklin's going to lead them into the restart zone. Green flag in hand. Green flag is out. Conklin is on the gas. Down to the apron. Here we go. One more chance here.
Huge advantage in the restart.
Not much, but a 10th. It's better than nothing.
Hey,
3 wide behind him. Hoffman all the way up against the fence. Holzer in the middle now. 4 wide. Oh, and around goes the 41. Huge crash. More cars behind them.
Who made it way up to second? Those tires made their play.
Gulata, 2nd place.
How did he get from? Where was he back in? Like that's a restart.
I'd like to. I mean, we're going to see the incident
like,
here.
What, 6th?
But I want to see his on board. 4 wide, bouncing off each other. Gossett all the way down, just about on the apron. That looks exactly like the last wreck. Around he goes, and a handful of others with him. I mean, it's easy to get in your head into one of these races. You know, get in a bad situation, things don't work out your way. Get into those late race cautions, and you're just full send, not paying attention to what's going on, and sometimes it hurts. But here's the onboard of the 7 machine of Gulata here on this restart. Starting in, I think he was 6th place.
And look at the run he got off this.
Good launch. Nice dive down to the apron. Right up to the rear bumper of Houghton. And that
left 1 second.
Down on the apron. Same thing we saw from Gossett a few seconds ago. I don't think that's the contact that caused Houghton to go around. No, Houghton got tight coming up out of the corner or loose and just got into the 4 machine, it looked like. And that is
Using the
how you go
grip
from
he had.
that's how you go from 6th place to second in one corner.
Hot restart and use every bit that you got. He did
And
it textbook.
way fresher tires. And I tell you what, if Gulata manages to happen into this thing just because he pulled that move on the strategy, I wouldn't say that it was just luck that got him there, because he has been so fast all race long.
This is what, the third time he's come from 10 plus back to the front? I think.
Yeah.
Second or third time at this point. It's
And he was just as fast as Houghton at the start of this thing. They stayed locked in a huge battle.
traded lead about 10 times before the first caution, I feel like. Or the second caution, I can't remember which one it was.
Either way, before we go back to the last Green-white-checkered, we're going to pull up that schedule one more time, let you know what's coming up on the grid this week. And here we are on Monday night. Come check us out for the A Open and the B Open from Talladega Motor Speedway, presented by Ryco Performance. Tuesday night, I do believe the first week of the Spartan Sim Racing League. Be sure to check second race of the Spartan Sim Racing League. Be sure to check that. A lot of work has gone into that. Thursday night, next to last race in the playoffs for the High Slide Truck Series, live from Michigan. And then Friday night, back again to Talladega for the NiS Open. The Ryco Performance Friday night top split. A lot of good stuff to keep your eyes on this week. As with, well, just about every week, because our producer does a pretty good job booking us solid.
Always good stuff happening.
Oh, yeah. We got some cool stuff that'll be coming, too, that we can't say anything about just yet. But, you know, as we get into the new year, there's going to be some neat stuff moving around, potentially. I don't know. I may have just revealed too much. Probably going to get... I'm fired. All right, cool. Good knowing you guys. Peace. Have fun, Tyler. Either way.
So we got what? This is we don't have any more Green-white-checkered left. This is it, right?
Nope. If they wreck before we take the white flag, it's over.
Or we finish under caution.
So
Hopefully
right now, if you're Gulata, you are doing everything you can to get as huge of a launch going into turn number 1. You know you've got the fresher tires. You know Conklin's on the oldest stuff in the field that you've raced against at this point. You're sending it. If you're Conklin, same story. You're trying to get as huge of a jump, probably trying to stack up the restart a little bit so they can get chaotic behind you.
If you're Conklin, you're trying to play the restart zone as much as you possibly can. They try to take that away from us, but people still have their strategies. They do what they do. However,
and unfortunately for Conklin, if this thing comes out of turn number 2, the race is over for him.
Yeah.
Because the tire degradation at this point, no matter how good of a driver Conklin is, I don't see there's any way that he can keep up the momentum well enough through 1 and 2 to be able to keep a charge with those way fresher tires, 17-lap fresher tires that Gulata has on that outside line, plus the outside line advantage.
He's got the same tire advantage he had when he went from 6th to 2nd before this restart, and our boy Conklin has the exact same tires as everybody else.
Yeah, and I just don't think the heat cycles will balance that play out too much, since we haven't made it through a single corner yet. But here we are, pace car ducking down, lights off.
There it goes.
Pace car into pit road, creeping our way to the Geico restart zone for the last time of the night. Sean Conklin into the gas, huge checkup, a lot of wheel spin, and they are all over the place, 3 wide throughout the field here. Gulata did not get the launch he needed, and his work is going to be cut out for him.
He is falling back.
Oh man, these guys are all over the place right now throughout the field.
Don't want to jinx it, but turn 3.
Oh, Sean Conklin up into the fence. Here comes Gulata in the middle. Aaron Vasquez on the bottom. Gulata cannot get clear to get down to the bottom, and here he comes on the inside of Holzer, the 17 3-wide battle for the lead down into turn number 1. Can he get the job done?
All the time.
Oh, but here comes another one fast, the 91 machine. We talked about him earlier. Where'd he come from? 4 wide down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. It is anybody's race. The 5 of Vasquez leading. Oh, Conklin into the 91. Oh, huge
man.
crash out of 4. But coming to the line, it's going to be the 5 machine of Vasquez, leading him to the checkered flag. Aaron Vasquez wins NIS.
Takes spin across the finish line.
Did he just get DQ'd?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no. Huge lag out. But Vasquez gets it done. Holy
What a finish.
crap.
What a finish. 3 collected in the wall.
That was insane.
That was awesome.
How did they hold it
Wow.
4 wide as long as they did? We're
I
going to see some replays.
we didn't see 4 wide all race until exiting turn 2 on the last lap.
There you go. You see Vasquez down there on the bottom. Gets a huge push from the 54 Conklin. Conklin slid way up. And it just kind of wiped everybody else out. 31 of Richardson is going to get a second place finish.
Try to put too many cars in one spot.
I mean, I do agree a little bit with chat. No, I'm not going to sit here and say it was a necessarily dirty move. I just think he underestimated or overestimated the grip in the tires. I do agree that would have been an amazing finish if they could have kept it clean, but as it sits right now, that 5 machine of Vasquez, lucky man, just gets himself into the position to get this win. What a finish.
It's a pretty good celebration.
Either way, we're gonna wait for our top 3 finishers to find themselves up in here for an interview afterwards. But for now, we're gonna go to a commercial. So we will be right back here on the grid. All right, guys, welcome back to the Ryco Performance Friday Night Top Split. We are sitting here looking at the results from another excellent NIS Open. First place is going to be Aaron Vasquez, followed by Cody Richardson in second place. Third is going to be Sean Conklin, followed by Clayton Hoffman in fourth. Fifth is Stan Hammonds in the 32, with sixth place being Matt DiZiani. Seventh is going to be Chris Davies, with Patrick Gitter in eighth place. Ninth is going to be Paul Bergoli. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be Matt O'Cox.
All right, sorry about that. Let's see, we have, 10th we have Matt Cox. 11th you have Jacob Schneider. 12th you have Maggie McGuire. 13th, Tommy Gossett. 14th is Nicholas Roman, fortunate for him. 15th is Diego Moraes, I believe. Apologies for that. 16th is Alan B. Pajari. Apologies for that as well. Got Paul Hill in 7th. Joe Zahinsky in 18th. Alex Murray in 19th. And James Holzer finishing out 20th.
In 21st, we got Joseph Pisciata, followed by Trevor Baxter. 23rd is going to be Joseph Vilata, with James Houghton in 24th. 25th is going to be Channing Ballou with Jose Acosta in 26th. 27th is Daniel Nanny, with 29th being Julian Pastor. 28th is Richard Garcia. 30th is going to be Nicholas Padovich, followed by 31st GT Hawkins, 32nd Robert Fitzpatrick Jr., JR Barbarema, Vincent Crow, and Jose Escuerdo is going to round out your 35-car field. Either way, so here we are. All right, well, unfortunately, it looks like we have no interviews tonight, so thanks for sitting here with us on another wonderful Friday night watching these NiS races. Sorry, for the Ryco Performance Friday Night Top Split. I'm Sheldon Atkins, joined with Tyler Milligan and our wonderful producer, Austin Derbyshire. Have a good night.